What's goody? It's your host, Jay Rose, and Stephen A got put on blast on his own show. Let's get into that.
You're not going to tell me what to say, Stephen A. I'm going to talk, right? There is certainly jealousy. There's certainly a reason to prove yourself. But if it is as bad as you all are now perceiving it to be, this team is 11 games in, and this is the first time we're having a conversation about a non-basketball play.
That's cap. That's literally cap. That's a lie. I remember this girl, I don't know if it was to Caitlyn or to Reese, it was one of them, but she swatted one of them in the back of the head, and it was clearly not a basketball play. They've been talking about how Caitlyn Clark has been getting battered since the season started, so why are we lying?
As lethal and as nasty as the media has come to portray it. All I'm saying is Kennedy Carter, her behavior is not indicative of the entire league. And the blanket statements are where this thing is going. Let me finish. The blanket statements are where this thing is going left. There are a ton of women in this league that are going to compete at a high level and be good sports in this thing. This is new territory for everyone involved. And we all should do a better job of having a conversation with a little bit more nuance. We all agree Kennedy Carter was wrong. We all agree there is some jealousy. But to your point, Stephen A., there is jealousy. To your point, it is still a prove-it league. What has been frustrating for those of us that have covered the league for years, you can go back to Candace Parker's rookie year. There's tape floating around on the internet. There has been physicality and welcome to the league moments. That's all. And so making a blanket statement about the women of this league is unfair. Is there jealousy? Yes. But is the league and are all of the players in the league hating on her? I do not think that is.
Okay, but you're talking about a nuanced situation and at the same time trying to talk about how it's not all the players. Obviously, it's not all the players. When you make a blanket statement like that, it doesn't mean every player in the WNBA is jealous of her. But there are clearly many women in that league that are jealous of Caitlyn Clark, including Angel Reese, which I think is interesting because I'm of the belief that Angel Reese carries a lot of her own weight. She did bring a lot of fans with her. I don't think she's the only one that did that, though. I think this entire rookie class, even Reese and Cardoza to a smaller degree, brought fans with them. So for Angel Reese, who's clearly like up there in popularity, to still be chatting about that and feel insecure with her place as to where she stands in the WNBA as from a popularity standpoint is kind of funny. And then you see girls like Kennedy Carter, who body checked her in the back, which is clearly not a basketball play. I don't care what you say about that. It's not a basketball play. Should not have happened. And she's coming out saying, what does Caitlyn Clark do besides shoot? That's clearly resentment. Clearly. She in 24 hours, she went from, I'm not talking about Caitlyn Clark questions, to what else does she do besides shoot? So I'm just saying, that's very clearly some resentment there.
It's a ballet performance.
First of all, hold on, Eminem. Hold on, no. We gotta have time. We gotta have time to respond, Monica.
Do you?
We gotta have time to respond to you there because you're saying a lot. You're saying a lot. Point, Monica, is this: the jealousy. It's not about all. It's about the fact that it's been very pronounced from the time she's arrived.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean all, but that means a lot of it is legit. And when you talk about leading this show, no, it ain't the media. What happens is the people have been speaking about it all weekend long. So we're paying attention to what the people are talking about.
Absolutely.
That's what makes us determine what we want to talk about. If somebody is talking about something else far more than this incident, we would have led with that. We led with this because that's what everybody has been talking about. Now,
and that's literally what I'm saying. Like, she's talking about nuance and all of that. It's not all players, but you're talking about it right now for a reason. It's hot right now for a reason. It's not because of the analysts, because that's what's going on. People are talking about that. Word. Do you know how many people do not watch the WNBA and have seen that clip? I personally don't watch the NBA on a regular basis, but I saw that game. And I was like, oh, nah, what the fuck? And my brother was like, oh, nah, she should get ejected and probably suspended for a couple of days because that's dirty. That's not a basketball play. So you're talking about nuance without adding nuance. I think that's very interesting.
What you have to ask yourself, Eminem, is this. Over this weekend, as this was pervasive throughout social media and beyond, Why was that the case? If the WNBA has been in existence for over 22 years, why is it that this particular weekend, just because of a hip check, that everybody is talking about it on social media? Why would they do that, Monica?
And that's another thing. This Kennedy Carter situation is not a one-off. She's trying to make it seem like it's a one-off. And regardless of if the league is tough or not, that's cool. I'm fine with that. There's been a decent amount of not basketball plays, like, headed towards the rookies. It seems like there's a decent amount of resentment towards not only Caitlyn, but a lot of these rookies. I'm just saying.
Because it is a hot topic, and Caitlin Clark has brought new eyes to the game. I'm fully aware, Stephen A.
Hold on. So when that play happened with Candace Parker, that was a basketball play trying to box out. Did anybody talk about that on TV the next morning or the next morning or the next? Monica, I like to do simple yes or no, not the nuance, because you want to go nuance, because you're ready. You see what you try to do is get away with it with nuances. Did they talk about it? It's a simple yes or simple no.
No.
So what we're seeing is that the New York Liberty had a $2 million gate against a Fever game. Had they had another $2 million gate before or since? It's a simple yes or no, Monica.
I actually don't know that one. I'm going to go no based on where you're going.
Okay, how about this?
You know damn well the answer is no. You know, I've never seen those arenas look that full. And that's not me hating. I remember way back when I watched the whole WNBA finals in like when did I move here? 2019? Probably 2019. Bro, that arena is packed. Every Fever game, the arena is packed. So let's not, I actually don't know the answer to that. Y'all just started being positive a couple of years ago. I doubt y'all got a $2 million gate. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
The Sparks had a game in which Fever, Caitlin Clark and her team showed up, and they had more in attendance than a Laker game. Have the Sparks had more in attendance before or after? Yes or no, Monica?
No.
So you see this has a lot, and I get it. The jealousy. I'm in the media. I remember when P. Mac got that big old deal. I didn't get mad because I say, you know what? He came from the digital space. You know what? Maybe ESPN will like that boy enough. They hit your boy up with a deal like that. Let me see what he did. That's how I look at Monica. I ain't finna hate on him. I'm finna get like him and get me a big deal.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I really do hate how it's a lot about what she's coming to the league and bringing. Like, Caitlin Clark has a name for herself, and respectfully, if y'all want that same thing, coming out on a mic and complaining about it is not gonna get you that. Going on the court and checking her in the back is not gonna get you that. Go out there, work, play ball, make a name for yourself. Like, there's no really other way to put that. I feel like Asia Wilson, who's probably the best player in the WNBA, is making a name for herself. A lot of people have eyes on her from a basketball perspective. Caitlin Clark came in with all that hype. So everybody who's been working and does not have a name for themselves is like, well, damn, she could just come in and have it like that? Yes. And respectfully, go get it like that. If that's what you want, you got to go get it like that. I don't understand getting on here and complaining. I don't. This league has never, ever made this type of bread. And I feel like y'all see the upward trend. So regardless of if you feel like you should have what she has, or at least have more bread than her, or more notoriety, or whatever the case may be, bro, she's literally bringing y'all the most exposure y'all have seen, like, ever. And I feel like y'all should be a lot more appreciative of that, because like Stephen A said, she's setting the market. If the league gets more exposure, y'all are going to get bigger paychecks as a whole. Y'all are going to get more views as a whole. Y'all games are going to have more people watching as a whole, just because of that. And honestly, I want to see how far this will go, because I don't think the Fever will make the playoffs. I don't think the Fever will do much outside of the regular season. This team is not built well. So after she's done playing, I'm very interested to see what the ratings do look like. But I'm going to let this continue.
Some think they're great potential. And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, so let me. I know we got to go to break. Welcome to the world of being a woman, Stephen A., and how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest
How about being a black man?
Being black.
Hold on 1 second.
Have you?
So this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got.
But why did the conversation turn into this, though? But, like, why did the conversation even turn into this? Stephen A. said, we treat y'all like we treat the men. We talk about y'all the same way we talk about the men. And she gonna talk about, welcome to the world of being a... We're talking about hoops! And now y'all wanna have a damn race-gender debate, bro? Come on! Come on, bro.
Gotta go to break. And we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. When you no. And yes, Shannon, I know y'all are gonna say and Stephen A., I know you just shared that you have talked about the WNBA on your program too. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlin Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm...
Who the hell is trying to baby her? Who's trying to baby her? That's not basketball. She been saying, bro, first of all, we're not going to act like Caitlin Clark is some regular bitch. Bro, she's getting face guarded the entire game. There's literally a clip of this girl who's not paying attention to her free throw so she can go face guard Caitlin Clark. That's not normal. Let's stop acting like that's normal. And we're not asking you to baby her. Just keep it P. And we can get rid of the Kennedy Carter one. Bro, Caitlin Clark, it gets battered every game. Every game. And that's cool. If y'all want to say it's physical, it could be physical. But it just looks weird that she's getting hit in the back of the mata her third game. Literally whacked in the back of the fucking head. It's a little weird. I'm just saying. And there's clearly some resentment from some players. Obviously, it's not all. You want to talk about nuance. We know it's not all. But, like, let's be for real, bro. Let's be for real.
All right.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Oh, that's so like, dude. Yo.
Wow.
All right, we gotta go. You guys.
So did you say
you're my guy, but
who does more than
Stephen
us?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Wow.
Don't do that. I'm talking to you about the power that you have.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
It's
All right, let's.
I got it.
You're my guy, but
I
I'm
got
talking
it.
to you.
Guys,
I got it.
guys, I really appreciate
you my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
Stephen A.,
Guys.
3 years
I'll
ago,
leave
you
it
would
at
not
that.
talk about the
Go
W
ahead,
at this
Mom.
level. Don't do that.
Guys.
Okay. And yo, the level of entitlement is so crazy, bro. Why does the WNBA only have this problem? Like, what the hell? Bro, women's tennis does not have this problem. Women's soccer in the States does not have this problem. Why does the WNBA have this problem where y'all feel so entitled to things? Nobody was talking about the league that heavy 3 years ago because nobody was watching the league that heavy 3 years ago. Why would I get on my public network and consistently talk about a league that majority of people are not watching? Is that a foreign concept? The same way when y'all complain about how much money is being put into your pockets, how much are you generating? If you're not generating the views for the sport alone, why am I then going to come out the next day and talk about it? Your entire point of their job is to talk about hot takes. It's called First Take. You're supposed to talk about the hottest thing that day. How many times has the WNBA been the hottest thing on that day? Even in the summer when they're the only league on. And Stephen A. has a great point. Who else has done more than me, though? Who else is even talking about the WNBA for you to be complaining like that? That level of entitlement is just so... That shit's so crazy to me. I'll never understand that.
Guys.
Nobody was, Monica. You making Stephen A's point, Monica. Monica, you making Stephen
let
A's
me
point.
do my job. Please let me do my job. We've gone for 40 minutes straight. It was a riveting discussion. I have to get into commercial break.
I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I really do, because I had to go and find the actual short clip that I wanted. I watched that entire debate for this little clip at the end, and yeah, Monica Mcnutt, you are completely wrong in this discussion, in my opinion. I think she's wrong. I don't really like her approach. Some things obviously made sense, you know, physical league, we not gonna baby here, that's cool. But nah, a lot of the overarching themes about the WNBA and the players, I just don't agree with. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.